Welcome to the Founder's Mind Tangent with your host, Adam Muchler. Inevitably, in the interviews with guests, our conversations dovetail into a tangent focusing on areas that they're passionate about. In this tangent, Alan Gannett, the founder and CEO of TrackMaven and author of The Creative Curve, shares a perspective on education. Take a couple minutes and listen to Alan share what is missing in education today. What's one thing that's missing in the world right now, from your perspective?
I think right now in higher education, there's a complete lack of real creativity education. And we're entering a time where there's more automation and AI than ever before. And one of the last skills that'll be automated is true creative skills. It's just one of the hardest things for AI to replicate. And we're sort of in between this sort of, we're either teaching people things that are way too general or way too practical. It's either how to use Photoshop or how to really broadly think. Yeah. And I think there's a middle ground that's really important that we're not currently teaching.
Yeah. No, one of the things that I think about a lot is the things that we should be teaching people is how to really lean into the human elements of like what makes us human, what makes humans intelligent. And I agree, creativity is a big part, how we communicate, how we make inferences, in different dialogues. And I think that those are things that we don't see a lot in school, and it is the most defensible qualities of humanity.
If you think about your career as a set of assets and liabilities, human. Creativity is a very clear asset. Everything else is a liability. I mean, think about if you're an anesthesiologist, great career, obviously going to be automated. Yeah. I mean, just like literally, it's like, okay, check people's blood pressures, they get a bunch of signals, coordinate the dosage of anesthesia. And this is something that we think of as like a very high skilled career, but it's also highly repeatable. And so there's lots of things that are high skill, but also repeatable. And so that's one of the issues we have right now is that we have this big gaping blind spot where people don't want to realize, again, I think because of our biases and our loss aversion, we don't want to believe it. But basically anything that is repeatable, even if it's high skill, is going to be automated.
Well, I was just thinking about that with this huge influx of data scientists, crunching data. And,
so much of it can eventually be automated.
Yeah. And I even saw an article about coding. Same thing. Which I thought was interesting.
Well, coding does get automated already in terms of like libraries and frameworks, and they get to higher and higher sort of types of problems that you solve, more abstract thinking. But you still have the same issue of like if you're doing any sort of rote work, you're in trouble.
Be sure to check back next week for the next full episode of The Founder's Mind with Janice Omedeki, the founder and CEO of the Mentor Method, where we discuss how to stay scrappy and lift up your peers as your company begins to scale. To ensure you don't miss any awesome insights, nuggets of wisdom, and tangents from the guests of The Founder's Mind, be sure to subscribe on iTunes and follow along on social at The Founder's Mind. To learn more about past and future guests and listen to other episodes, you can visit thefoundersmind.com. I look forward to sharing future episodes with you all, and don't forget, sharing is caring and greatly appreciated. Until next time, take care.